Okay, so hello guys, let's just start where we left off. So if we go here, check out what we have done till now. Okay, so there was our constructor. This was your add element to last, adding a node to the last of the linked list. There is a traversing the linked list. And lastly, there was a deletion part, but we didn't include the deletion part. So let's just go through it. So first, today what we are going to do is we are going to do add some extra stuff to our add element to the last. So we are going to implement a add element to the first and also implement add element at the index position. So let's just go through it. So quickly I will jump over to my OneNote. Yep, we are here. So let's just go through it. So the first thing is a node. So you know how the node is structured. So it is a value and next address stuff node. So now to add a node to the first of the element, so let's say this is how a linked list is set up, like this, and from here to here and all. Okay, so now to add a node to the first, we have to first create a node. We have to create this node, right? Then what we have to do is our head pointer is right now here, right? Head. So what we have to do is we have to point the next part to the head pointer and switch the head to this node. Okay, we will do that. So let's just quickly jump to code here. So the first thing I want to do is I want to split the screen, and let's just open up our linked list header. We'll open up it here, and let's add a new function called void add element to first int value. Okay. Oh, I forgot to change the slide. 1 second. Okay, so here we are. So let's just open up the header file, and just let me just quickly set it up. First go to there and we'll split the screen, and then open up our header file. Okay, let's just add the function void and then add element to first int value. Should contain a value. Done. So let's just go to the part and implement the first part void. What we're going to do is linked list namespace, and from here add element to the first. It should contain a value which we are going to pass it to. Okay, after that what we're going to do is, as you said, the first thing to do is create a new node, right? So create a new node, node, new node equals to node int value, right? Value should be node value should be, sorry, let's say the value is going to be value. Okay, so it should end here. And now to point this node to the next node, what we're going to do is new node, and this value is going to get the next node address. No, set the next node address. We're going to express this, And what we're going to do is we'll set this value to this containing head. Can I access that? Yeah, you can access that. Okay, so this is this, and after this node points to the head, we'll access the node head and set the head value to new node. From to node, hold on just a second. Oh, okay, sorry. So we are assigning a node to node star. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say new node, and here I'm going to pass a node star because this is a pointer now, and the member reference should be new node, and this should do it. Yep, this is done. So what we're going to do, what we are doing actually is we are firstly passing, we are creating a new node and setting the node's next address to the head, what we have done in the uh, one node slide, and then what we're going to do is we are saying the head is now in new node. Okay, done. So this is our add to the first. Okay, so now the next part is we're going to do, we're going to say there is another function called void add element to index, and this value should take uh, index number and index and also a value. Okay, so this should be our declaration. Okay, and now to jump here, let's just go to our OneNote slide. Okay, so in OneNote slide, let me show you what's adding a node to the index means. So this is a node, right? So let's consider this whole part is our linked list, right? So I'm going to add this node to any index. So this is the first index 0, 1, 2. So adding a node to the 0th index means, let's say we're going to add an index to one more time. Let me just cross this value like this. Okay, and this is setting up to null. Okay, so let's say I said that add this node to second index number 2, second index, add this value to the second index means it should be here, right? So how we are going to add this node is on us. So let's say I'm going to add this node by placing the existing node to the right side, means I'm going to place this node in here. You can add this node to here, it's on you. So I'm going to add this node to here, the first part. So the process will be kind of same. So what I'm going to do is, so the process should be like this. So we created a node, let's say this node value is a. Now this a should be in here. So how should we do it? So let's say I'm going to run a temporary iterator from here. Okay, so when I go to there, the iterator should be there. I know the next index is second index, so my value should put in the second index. So my new node should come between 1 and 2, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to point this next value, this a index next value to our second position node, right? So this node's next value should point to this, and now what I'm going to do is the node which is at index 1, this next value should point at to 1. Okay, so that's how we are going to add a value to there. Okay, now how we are going to do? So first we create an initializer node star a, which next value, remember the pointer we are taking is stopping at here before the second index, right? So if you are doing adding after the second index, then you have to put the pointer to the second index. Okay, but I'm adding at the beginning, so I'm going to add like this. Okay, so the first thing is, let's say the pointer stops here. Okay, so we have the data of this node, so my node's next pointer should point at to index 1's next. Okay, this is the first step. Then after that, what are we going to do is, we say that numbers 1's next should be to 1, right? Should be to the new node 1. So that's how we're going to add this. Now say if someone gives a value of the last index, so basically we are adding a value to the last index, so we can call that. Okay, so you can call that anytime, at any time. Okay, adding value to the last index. And also we can call the, if someone gives a 0 or minus value, we can add something at the first, right? So we can do that. So let's just go with it. Let's try to implement it. First let's go in here, and oh, one more thing, I have a total element, so whenever I'm adding a new element I should update it, right? So the first thing I should do is I should update the value, right? So let's just update the value, this total element plus plus. Okay, so this is the first element. Okay, added. Okay, okay, so yeah, we're pretty much done here. So let's just add the new functions definition. So linked list add element to index add element to index means uh this should have an int index value and also a int value, which we are going to put in there. Okay, so now first thing first, so we have to traverse to, oh, first thing is if someone gives 0 or minus value. So if, so we have to call the add element to the last element, add element to the first element. So let's just add that. So okay, so if our index is less than equals to total, sorry, less than equals to 0, then what we should do is we should call this dot add element to the first and pass the value to here. Okay, see, it's done. And say if someone pass a value, sorry, else if someone pass a index value which is greater than equals to whatever element, how much element we have right now. So our element count starts from the index count start from 0, but our element we have is going to 1 plus that, because let's say we have 3 elements, so our index should stop at 2, right? So our index, if someone passes a index which is greater than the total amount of total this total element minus 1, then what we're going to do is greater than equals to minus 1, then what we're going to do is we will call this add element to last, and we will pass the value, right? So both the cases are solved. If someone passes a big number of value, we will add to the last, and if someone passes a negative integer, so we'll add it to the last. Okay. Okay, now the last part contains is else. Okay, so there is an else block. So what we should do in this else block? Okay, so the first thing is we will iterate over all the list, right? So there is a thing called traverse. What we are doing in traverse is we are creating a iterator to this head, and we are traversing the whole elements, right? So from how much time we are traversing it to the total elements. So total elements is 7, so it's going to traverse to 7, however much is there. So let's say what we're going to do is we're defining a node star iterator, which is going to point at to the head value, head. Now we're going to implement a for loop, and I equals to 0, I less than this total, sorry, not total number of element, because we are going to traverse to index. Remember, I want to stop before the index comes. Okay, so I'm going to pass I less than index. Okay, so this is done, and then what I'm going to do is I plus plus, and now in here what should do. So after this loops runs, so I should here iterator is going to update itself to iterator uh, iterator next value, right? Get next value. So iterator should update itself to its next value in every time, and after this loop ends, we should have an iterator which points to a one node before the index node, right? So from here what we are going to do is we are going to create a new node star uh, new node equals to new node, and we should pass the value in here as we did before, and sorry, not int value, normal value, and we should first point this node's next value, new node set next node value to the iterators next value, as we discussed. Should not set, we should get the value, get next node address. Okay, we're done. We're going to set this value to this. Okay, and after that what we're going to do is we're going to update iterators set next address node to new node. If it's a bit much confusing, then please go to the slide section and you can understand that. Out of line definition, let me just check it first. Add element to index, add element to the index. Oh, I forget to save the value. Okay, just hold on. Okay, now it is gone. Okay, so let's go in here and can save that. Yeah, saved. Now to the moment of truth, we should test it out, and just to make sure I'm going to put all this first and index to the top of the list. So I'm going to cut it from here. I'm going to go up there and I'm going to paste it in here. Okay, so I hope I'm done. Yeah, now just let's go to our main.cpp and let's open it up in space A. Okay, so we have bunch of elements, so we'll traverse it first from here. And now what I'm going to do is trial dot add element to the first will add element at the first position. So let's just add 45. I don't know why, but let's just add it. Trial by that specific number, add element to the last. We have checked that out. And also let's add element to the index. So what our link should have is first element as 6, then 7, the second element 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. We have index 4 until index 4 and 5 elements total. So let's just add a element to third position. So if I pass 3 in here and the value should be 82, just random value. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to pass this. Okay, so 3. No, let's just for our simplicity add 2. Just going to contain this. So what, where does this 82 goes? The first one is 0th indexed. After that there is 7, right? 7th index. So 7 is 1, 5 is 2. So we should add 82 after 7, right? So let's just check it out. The 82 should be added at after there. Okay, I'm going to quit everything. Okay, now, oh, one more thing, we should add a make file. I'm going to add that in next video, I promise. But right now, let's just add everything. So the first one is node.cpp. After that is linklist.cpp, and after that is main.cpp. Okay, everything is good. Let's just run it. Yeah, we didn't run into any issues. So we should now have an a.out, and what we should do is let's just run it. Let's see what happens. A.out. Sorry, not comment, a.out. Hold on. What happened? 6758. So we are not getting the data in here, right? Oh, I forget to do one thing. And when. So the first thing I forget to do is, remember we have to update the element because our traverse function is reliant on our element stuff. So let's just update the element in here after we added the value. This total element plus, right? So let's just check it out first. If the value is less than a, we will call add element to the first, and we'll check the total number -1 is greater than or not. Add element to the last. Then what we do is we iterate over the index 0 to the index -1. So we'll stop at the before the index should go and get next node address. We should get the address, and after that we should update the address, right? Iterator set net address to new node, and node is addressed to get next node address. Okay, fine. So we're done with this part, right? Let's just check this out now. In here, oh, one more thing, we can just update our traverse list to check if the value is null or not, the next value. If the next value is null, then stop there. We can do that by using while statement. But for now, let's just put it like this. Okay, we'll see what you can do after that, oh, one more thing, I just want to pretty much fix this out is C out, and we are going to make a okay, should be done. Okay, so let's just compile it one more time. Let's see if this works properly or not. Okay, the function is added 6758, but the new value is not adding itself. So let's just go one more time. We've done something wrong. What is that? Add element to the last. Add element to the last is working properly. Oh, the mistake. I I myself have the mistake. So there should be two traverse, right? We are traversing one time at least. After that, when we are adding the value, then we are not doing anything after that. So we should traverse the list one more time to make sure if the value is added or not. Okay, let's just go and try now. I hope it works. Yep, yep. See, actually it's working. So the first thing we added a 45 at the beginning of the list, and now we added by including an index 82, right? So 6 7 8, index 82. Okay, done. And just to make sure we are not doing anything wrong, I am going to check two more things in here, not in here. So after the traversal is done, I am going to give some special use cases. So the index position, and the index position, let's say I'm giving an index position of 99 which doesn't exist. So the value should edit itself to the last position. The last value content right now is 8, so it should update itself to 99. So not 99, whatever value we are going to give. So I'm going to give it 99 for our simplicity. So trial and add element to the index, and the first index, let's just give it a minus value so we can try minus 78. And also what I'm going to do is the value should be minus 78, so you can see where the minus 78 is and where 99 is. So trial dot traverse one more time. Okay, so let's see if this works or not. Okay, so it seems it compiled fine. Okay, so see, the value is edited to minus 78 at the first and 99 at the last. So it's done. So we have checked all the functions we created. So thank you. I hope you understand. uh, Sorry for the delay, because I have some work to do today, and as I said, this is a very casual stream, not stream recording, because I am also practicing in C++, and I thought why not make it a video. So hope to see you in the next video, and we'll do about the something about the delete section. And delete also will have three parts: delete from first, delete from last, and delete at index. So after that we will be moving on to we'll see one thing we'll see is if we get the time to put a video. Yes, we will get the time, so I'm going to make a separate video or 4 to 5 minutes video about makefiles, so how to set up makefiles, and after that we'll go to the next part. Okay, so I'm stopping recording. See you in the next video. Bye bye.